Witness testimony. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. I don't think I should have given him that voice, but you know what? I gave him that voice, so you know. Larry, why didn't you just tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, they tied him with a murder. There's a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your
court record. No, goddammit. Blackout record, run to the court record. Yeah. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Alright, right. This is it, the real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Touch the court record button and point out the contradictions in the testimony.
Excuse me. I got you, man. My throat is like dying right now. Cross-examination. The witness's account. Alright, so basically I'm not going to do the voice here because I already read that. So, basically I already know what's going on, so I'm not going to go press at every point. I'm going to present. I'm just going to go straight through this because I know exactly what's going on here. Basically, it's like, oh, I found the body at 1 o'clock. But then, hold on, I'll show you guys in a second once I get there. He's like, where is he? Hey, I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Yeah, you're lying. Because by the autopsy report, basically time and death was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, sure you found the body at 1 p.m. Let's go. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yeah. Excuse me. Yes, it was at 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the time of death was sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body, no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that,
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawyer, why were you so certain that he found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Ray. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony, the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotape of a program. a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I'm not even sure if I'm even doing the right voice for him at this point. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right! You know what to do!
I've got this one. This one is so blatantly obvious, it's not even funny. Cross-examination. Let go. So, basically, this guy is nothing but a big, fat liar McFire pants because it's like watching a video of a taped program. Oh, power wasn't even on. How are you gonna do that, man? I'm gonna say objection with Phoenix this time. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery, and this record proves it. Nervousness. You couldn't have heard a television or a video because you're bad. That's basically what I'm saying. Gah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Side? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Side, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Salt. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Witness testimony. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. I get it. Mr. Saw the time because he saw. There was a table in the apartment. Was it there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Now this one's an easy one, too. Cross-examination. Let go. Excuse me while I burp a lot. So professional, guys. So basically, this guy's like grasping at straws and grasping at the stupidest thing. The murder weapon was not a clock, you dunce. It was a statue! Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Objection! I meant to hold down the click, but I guess it didn't work. Wait just a moment! The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? It was a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Of course I do, man. There's something really fishy about this, and I think I just had the right idea, even though I already know. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder! That's right, you were. You were in the apartment the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove it I went in there! I'll do better than that! I can prove you were the one who killed her! You struck her with the clock, and then the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you'd heard! Man, I can't keep up with all this yelling, it's just like so much. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawyer, the sound you must have heard left quite an impression on you. Good God, somebody help me. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What is the meaning of this? This is all just baseless conjecture!
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face! Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I saw, throws his hair all over the place. How dare you, sir? Shut up! I hate you! It was him! I tell you, it was him! I saw him! He killed her, and then he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Noises. Oh my God, he's actually got the... Order! Order in the court, I say! Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright! Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound that Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely this clock. A fact is clear if you simply... ask the neighbors! Lol, of course. Try sounding the clock. Lol. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:20. Oh, I know.
It's 11:25. Ah!
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawyer heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawyer, try to talk your way out of this one.
Ha! Ha ha ha! You forgot one thing!
Uh-oh. What's he talking about?
Well, it may seem that the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case!
Huh? He's right! How am I gonna prove that? Damn it! I was so close! Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawyer.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Ugh. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Swords!
Chief!
Listen up, Wright! Don't throw this one away! Not like this! Think!
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win this. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste your time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right?
Pun City! Right? Get it?
Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Of course I can, because I'm Phoenix Wright. I can think of anything. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Jesus Christ, my voice is dying. I'm not going to have enough to record more. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found any evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is one piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running 3 hours slow. So if you think this through, guys, remember, she took a trip to Paris. So obviously she wanted to have a clock that, you know, had time set to Paris. Which basically means that Paris, from there, it's not that the clock was 3 hours slow, it was actually 9 hours fast, I believe. Take that! The victim had just returned home from an abroad trip the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! Yeah, I knew it. There we go. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Haha, more puns. Whoa, foaming at the mouth. Is that even human? Order! Order, I say! Lol, get wrecked, Mr. Saw It. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, it's only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Larry Butts is not guilty.
And with that, court is adjourned. Yeah! Winning! It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check to see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim knew the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find, and whap! Thwap! Bang! Kadoosh! August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Whew!
I still can't believe he won.
Right! Good job in there! Congratulations!
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life, it's over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Harry Butts. Lol. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, this is a clock I made for her. One for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick. and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to cry? Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me? What?
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
Nah, you gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing. Really? Isn't that right, right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The reality of it is that the fact that she brought the thinker with her on her trip and actually set the time and everything proves that she had some feelings for him at least. Maybe. Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Huh? She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really? I am. Thanks, man. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. Well, we never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
You mean your butt? Oh, you mean Larry Butts. Oops. Yeah!
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Oh! What kind of drinks are we talking about? Alcohol? Wine? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me. Unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. And guys, that is the end of the first case of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And the next thing is Turnabout Sisters. Would you like me to keep this as a Let's Play series on this channel? Or would you actually like me to keep doing this randomly, like every other week, throughout this Randomness series? Please leave your comments down below. If I get at least one person saying that they would like to see this every other randomness, I'd be glad to do it. Because, I have a pretty small audience, so, that's kind of how it works. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My voice is shot to death. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below. And if you're new around here and you want to see more, well, please do subscribe. ShadowLink1907, signing out.